Modern women tutorials. What is a man? Or at least, what's a good man? Which is the same thing, because a man inherently is good. So, what is a good man? Right? The ladies always talking about where all the good men at. They want to find it. So, how can you find a good man? Where is he? The irony is, he's everywhere. Think about every guy that you see when you walk around or you're outside or even online. 80% of them are good guys. There's 20% of them not so good. Right? No one's perfect, so obviously, some of the good guys are going to have some imperfections, but a lot of the bad guys are going to, have some good qualities to them. And that's what's ironic. Most ladies try to find good men in the bad boys, in the bad guys. Because y'all, believe that it's possible. That if he is a bad guy, a douchebag, it's because something happened to him, right? Trauma. And y'all trying to fix him. Which is cute and noble in a way. The idea that you want to help somebody. But mathematically, on average, if a guy is an asshole, it's because he's an asshole. Because he wants to be. There was no trauma. So you can't fix something that's not broke, is what I'm trying to say. So you can't fix something that's not broke. We can agree that a douchebag and an asshole, a bad guy is a bad guy, but that's the thing. That's what he is. Since you want a good guy, go talk to the good guys. Go and interact with the good guys. Learn what makes a guy good, and then look for those characteristics in the guys you interact with, the guys that talk to you, and go from there. That's how you know that a guy is good. It's because you know. There's no guessing. There's no hoping that he is good. You would know because you would truly know. Right? You know what an iPhone is because it looks like an iPhone. It works like an iPhone. And you bought it at the Apple store. So you're pretty sure that it's an iPhone. Now, if you went to Wish and bought an iPhone, right? Well, good luck getting an actual iPhone through Wish. See what I'm saying? And that's the thing. A lot of you ladies choose and interact with guys on a wish. Wish that he is a good man. Wish that he's your soulmate. He's the right guy. Right? But you shouldn't be wishing that the guy is good. You should know if he's good. Right? Instead of believing that a guy you're talking to is a good man, you need to know he truly is a good man. You need proof, evidence. You need to be able to make sure that he is what you're looking for. Right? I understand that some ladies, y'all want, a guy who's popular with the ladies, a guy who has a lot of money, a guy who's successful, right? A guy who's in good shape, looks good. Nothing wrong with that. Guys, we want attractive, really good in bed ladies, right? So, we get it. That's the ideal scenario. But since life ain't perfect, right? And no one's perfect, the likelihood of you getting a perfect partner is very slim. Here's another thing. You think you're the perfect partner for whoever you get with? Let's say you did get the perfect partner, right? The perfect guy or the perfect girl. What makes you think you're the perfect person for them? For all you know, they're just settling, right? They're just taking what they can get, and you're all they can get. But since most people are selfish, especially the female gender, you don't care if you're not perfect for him. You only care that he is perfect for you. And this tends to create a lot of problems. Y'all be wondering why most of your relationships don't work out. Is because, on average, either he is a great guy, but you're not a great gal, which is why it doesn't work. Or the other scenario, he's not a great guy, you are a great gal, and it doesn't work. Right? It's very rare for both of y'all to be equally great and not work out. because that don't make sense, right? If you're the great gal for him and he's the great guy for you, it should definitely work, right? That's considered the perfect match, the ideal outcome. So that's why it's important to know if who you're dealing with is the right person for you, right? Instead of assuming they are, you need to know they are. And not only you need to know they are, they need to know they are, right? It'd be weird to be with a guy that's like, oh my God, he's the perfect guy for me, and he doesn't think he's the perfect guy for you. He thinks you can do better than him. In your mind, no, you are the best. But in his mind, no. There's better guys than me, right? You know, even that creates a problem. See, when a guy is the right guy for you, but he doesn't even think he's the right guy for you. You know, I've had this scenario happen like at least twice, maybe more than twice, but that I can recall it was at least twice. There's some ladies who just felt that they weren't good enough for me. I was like, okay, that should be my decision. If I feel you're not the right woman for me, that, you know, then that's on me. But it's just interesting that they wanted to make that decision. They wanted to assume that they were not the right woman for me, when it's like, that should be my decision, right? Interesting enough, I broke up with a lady mainly because of the fact that I can tell that she was starting to give feelings, vibes, or whatever. She was giving clues, let's just say, right? She was making it obvious. Okay. She was making it obvious to me. I was able to put two together, as it were. That it's starting to seem like she is drifting away from me. Right? Well, actually, this happened twice. So, because normally I don't break up with my, with my exes. I'm the type of guy that once we're in a relationship, it's going to last as long as, it lasts, right? So I tend to not end it. But there was two situations where I did end it. But the reason why was because they clearly wanted to end it, but they didn't want to be the one that ends it. It's like, well, this is a contradiction right here, right? This is a conundrum, a paradox. Y'all want to break up, but you don't want to do the breakup. Like, you don't want to initiate it, but you want it. So it's like, this is gonna be awkward if I don't initiate it, right? If I don't make sure that the breakup happens, then that means we're gonna stay together for a long period of time, and you're just gonna be distant. So we're gonna be in a relationship, but you're gonna act like a stranger to me and not be nice to me while we're in a relationship. It's like, because then inherently makes you kind of like a prisoner in the relationship, just because you don't want to be the one that breaks the relationship. It's like, wait, you don't want to, like, what? So I'm definitely not interested in being in that type of situation. It's like, if you don't want to be with me, that's fine. You can go. You don't have to stay. Us being together is a mutual choice, right? You choose to be with me. If you don't want to be with me, all right, you can go. Yeah, it's gonna suck, that you leave, right? But if you got to go, you got to go, right? It's better than you staying and acting like you hate me on a daily basis. It's like, no, not interested in that. Not interested in being in a relationship with an enemy, right? Somebody who hates me. That makes no sense. And the reason you hate me is because you're in a relationship with me. Like, what? No, then we can just not be, right? So that kind of common sense. So I had to break it off for their sake. So I broke up with them for them, because they weren't willing to do it themselves, right? And, that's mature, right? We had a more mature conversation about it. I'm like, it's obvious that, you're feeling some type of way, this, that, and third, and I mean, they admitted that, like, yeah, they, that they, feel guilty that they want to break up. It's like, I get it, but it has to happen though. And since you're not willing to do it, okay, then I'll do it. I'll be the bad guy, right? I'll break up with you. So those are 2 breakups under my belt, right? But like I said, I typically don't end relationships, just like I don't start them. Ladies come to me, tell me they like me, they want to be my girlfriend, and I'm like, all right, let's try it out, right? Let's date. So I don't chase, they chase me, right? That type of thing. Which is why it's important for you ladies to understand, what a good man is. For example, a good man will do something like that. He will notice that, okay, this is not working out for you. I notice this. I'm paying attention to this. I'm not being selfish and being like, I don't care that she's not happy. And just try to keep the relationship going. It's like, no. I care. The irony is, one of my exes, which was my ex-fiance, to be specific, I bet she definitely would say that I don't care about her feelings or something like that, or her opinions. And it's like, kind of interesting to say I don't care about your opinions or your feelings, considering the fact that your opinions and your feelings are the reason why I even noticed that you didn't, that you were starting to feel like not being in this relationship anymore. Red flags start popping up left and right. Granted, there was red flags at the beginning of the relationship, but that's besides the point. I ignored them on purpose. Try to see if we could work through your red flags. But, the red flags just kept adding up. It's like, okay, well, first it was you had red flags, and then she started making it where I had red flags. It's like, no, I don't have red flags. You're just making them up now. You're trying to justify, your mindset of breaking up with me. You want to break up with me, but you're not going to unless you can justify it. Okay, so it's the whole, you're preparing to quit the job, but you don't want to quit, so you want to make your boss fire you instead of quit. So that's what ended up happening. It's like, okay, so instead of y'all quitting the relationship with me, you wanted me to fire you from the relationship. So you wanted me to, break up with you instead of you breaking up with me. All right, fine. But just remember, you made it where I'm the one that broke up with you, so don't try to, bring it up later and be like, oh, this time we had issues, blah, 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 blah. You didn't do this, you did. Oh, no, don't talk like that. Remember, I broke up with you, not the other way around. You could have broken up with me, and then everything you're saying right now would be justified, that you had all these reasons why you broke up with me. But no, I broke up with you, not the other way around, so let's not try to make me out to be the bad guy that you had to get rid of or something. Or like, no, I was good, and they would say I was good. Like, that's a funny thing. Even in a sentence of trying to complain about certain things about the relationship, they'll still say positive things. I'm like, you do realize those negative things don't even make sense. Those so-called negative things don't matter. You say we argued a lot. No, we talked a lot, and we disagreed on certain things. And then the disagreement were childish. We were arguing, quote unquote, arguing about Superman, Batman. That's not a real fight or argument. That's definitely not, we had problems in the relationship. No, we were just talking about Batman and Superman. What the hell are you talking about? We had problems in the relationship. No, we did not. If you had problems in the relationship, then that's you had problems. We did not. Don't include me in that, because I wasn't involved in the problems. I'm a problem solver, not a problem maker. Which, ironically, a good match for me would be a problem maker. But I prefer a lady who's good at solving problems, not making them. But, I'm a problem solver, so a good match would be a lady who needs a problem solver. And that's the thing, a lot of the time in our relationship, it involved me just trying to deal with her past traumas. Like, she would always bring up something like, oh my God, you did this, and this reminds me of something that happened in the past and how people used to treat me, this, that, and the third. And it's like, yeah, your past, you have nothing really nice to say about your past. But then now you're trying to attach that to me. Now you're trying to blame me for something that happened in your past. I'm not your past. I'm your present. I could be your future if you stop with this whole past bullshit of past issues you had. It's like, one, you were a kid when a lot of that stuff happened, so it doesn't matter anymore. You're an adult now. You should be more mature. None of that stuff should still matter. Oh, I got bullied in middle school. Okay, doesn't matter anymore. You're a grown woman. Learn some self-defense. Go take some martial arts classes or something if you feel you need to be able to defend yourself. Like, anyway, that's just me being logical, right? But a good man would, like I said, would, try to solve your problems. A smart man will realize that a lot of times you don't want a solution to your problems, so sometimes they gotta keep their solutions to themselves. It's hard for me to keep my solution to myself, but sometimes I gotta hold it back. Like, I had like 2 ladies I talked to get really, really mad at me, and that's mainly because I was giving them a solution to the problems. I was pointing out things they could do to fix the problem, and they got extremely mad about it. It's like, oops, forgot that rule. Unless she asks for me to, for a solution to her problem, don't give her a solution to her problem. I just wish chicks weren't like that. Ironically, some dudes are like that too. I give them a solution to a problem, they get offended. Like, people don't want their problem solved. Jesus, my bad for being good at problem solving. My bad for not having as much problems as the rest of y'all. But oh well. So, like I said, good men, yes, are rare. Super good men are rare. Perfect guys are rare, because no such thing, right? No one's perfect. But a good guy who can be amazing, who can be a great boyfriend or husband, he's all around you. You just gotta know how to pick the right guy who, it's not just that he's a good guy, good person, right? Good, decent human being, but also having things in common with you, interested in what you're interested in. That's where it becomes different. Because a lot of you guys pick a guy who looks good, but he doesn't care about your hobbies. He doesn't care what your favorite color is. He barely remembers your name, and the list goes on, right? So you're always picking the guy who on the outside looks like the type of guy you want to be with, but on the inside he's a douchebag. He doesn't have much going on in his head. All right? So that's why it's like you got to get to know somebody. That's why talking to guys, be careful what you say, of course, because if you're too nice to a guy, it could go south. But the thing is, you should only talk to guys you're actually interested in, or at least you're okay that if he does, catch his feelings and whatnot, right, that it wouldn't be a problem. Don't talk to guys that if he starts liking you all of a sudden, it would be a problem, right? I have no problem talking to any chick, whether I find you attractive or not, but I do lean towards the ladies that I like and do find attractive. I do lean towards talking to them, of course, but so you just gotta understand where you want to be. You want to be in a relationship where y'all have a lot in common, then find a guy like that. And the way you find a guy like that is by talking to guys that, and getting to know them, and find a guy who has those interests, right? If you want to be with a guy who's religious, right? You want to be a guy who goes to church and stuff like that. Well, one, go to church and see if you can find him there, first and foremost. And second, again, talk to guys and find out if they're religious or not, right? Find out if a guy, wants to have sex with a whole bunch of women, right? You might want to know that up front instead of dating him for a couple weeks and then find out that, oh, he likes to have sex with different chicks. Did not know that. You should know that, right? That's the thing. Things shouldn't be a surprise, right? You should know who you're dealing with. There's a reason why the expression love is blind, and it definitely is blind when it comes to you ladies. Always blind. Well, let me rephrase that. For guys, love is blind. For the ladies, love is deaf. Deaf as in you can't hear, right? Because y'all keep trying to make decisions based off of what you see as opposed to what you hear. So y'all pick a guy who looks good, but don't listen to the fact that he's an asshole, right? Don't listen to how he talks to other people. Like, oh man, he be talking disrespectful to his best friend. Oh, he must be the perfect guy for me. No, he's an asshole. If he's an asshole to his best friend, he's gonna be an asshole to you. It's just at first he's gonna be nice because he finds you attractive. But once he is done finding you attractive, right? If you know what I mean, then yeah, he's just gonna treat you like everybody else. He's gonna be an asshole. And that's the problem. That's how y'all ladies end up going with a guy like, oh, he was so nice, he was so good, and then he changed. No. The thing was, he was never good. He was just acting good because you wanted him to be. You gave him attention, he gave you attention, and since y'all talking, the thing is, you liked him already, so you ignored the fact that he was an asshole. It's not that he wasn't an asshole and then suddenly became one. No, he was always an asshole. You just liked him. You saw him, you liked him, and you already made a decision that he was a good guy without actually getting to know him. So you made him in your mind out to be a good guy. But then when reality hits, he's a bad guy. That's why it's important for you ladies to learn how to tell if a guy is good or bad based off of talking to them. Shit, a lot of times even just looking at them. Think about it. You see somebody who's homeless, you already be like, oh, this person's homeless. Because they look homeless, so they're probably homeless. So if you see a guy who looks like he's trying to impress the ladies, yeah, he might actually be trying to impress the ladies. Not just you, every chick. So he might be a fuckboy if he's doing the most to try to get your ladies' attention. If he's walking around a whole bunch of ladies and you barely see him, hang around with guys and talking to guys, and you see him constantly walking around looking at ladies, talking to ladies, saying hey babe, hey girl, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, ma'am? This, that, like you see him constantly interacting with the ladies. Yeah, he likes the ladies. Don't be surprised if he likes the ladies a lot. But y'all always choose a guy who other ladies like, and then be surprised if he likes a lot of ladies, not just one, not just you. So you might want to either A, accept that you like guys who likes a lot of women, and accept it because that's your type. Your type is a guy who likes a lot of ladies. Or stop liking guys who likes a lot of ladies and start liking guys who you're the only lady that likes them, or maybe one other chick likes them, right? But you're prettier than her, so hopefully he picks you over her, right? That kind of situation. Be logical with it, tactical with it. And that's the thing. If you want a good man, you gotta understand you're not the only one that wants a good man. So you gotta put in the extra effort, get your knowledge up, get smarter, better, stronger, faster, right? Better at finding the good man, even building a good man. You don't even have to find a good man. You can just build one. If you already have an idea of what a good man is supposed to be, then build one. Find a guy who meets a lot of your requirements. Again, don't chase the bad boys, right? Don't chase the extremely good-looking guy and think you can turn him into a good guy. That's the problem. Y'all doing the whole, oh, let me get this iPhone and then I'm going to turn it into something else. I'm going to turn it into a Lamborghini or something. It's like, no, you're not going to turn that phone into a Lamborghini. Right? You can't convert it. Because it doesn't convert like that. But can you take an Android and make it just as good or even better than a smartphone? Yeah, that's possible. To take an Android and make it take better pictures, record better videos, make make better TikTok videos on it, whatever. you get my point. You could take something that's not that great but make it great. And that's the thing. It's like the old saying that they say about women is a man builds a house but a woman makes it a home. There's a reason for that saying. Ladies can make things better. If you want a good man, well, first and foremost, get yourself a man, not a fuck boy. Notice the word is fuck a boy, not fuck man, or not just a man. No, fuck boy. Stop picking fuck boys, trying to turn them into men. Doesn't work. they don't want to be men. They prefer to be fuckboys. So let them be fuckboys and let them, you know, roam free, and you get yourself a man. My solution for you ladies is get yourself a man. Then be good to him and he'll be good to you, which will make him what? A good man. So you can literally build a good man. You can find them. They do exist. Or I should say we do exist. Or you can make them. Have him watch my videos. My Modern Man tutorials, and he'll be a good man. All right? He'll definitely be better than he was before. So take that into consideration.